Hey, good morning, everybody. First verse I read in Proverbs this morning was, "Spare the rod and you hate your son. But if you love your son, you would discipline them promptly." I think that we've got out of a lot of that discipline in this generation of children. And Proverbs talks about very simple stuff. Lazy people not going to have anything. You got to work for something. You got to treat people right. You got to love your neighbor. We all need to read Proverbs. I never read it, but it's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's easy to understand. They use a few big words I have to kind of look up every now and then, but whoever God had writing that Bible back in the day, the different people, they must have had a high IQ, a little higher than a cowboy. Hey, last night there was a lot going on. American was going on. We had some local people. Chisholm was there, said he got a little bit hurry, missed his. Cheyenne, Jared made a nice run. Landers girl made a nice run. So Southwest Oklahoma was represented down there at Globe Field at Dallas. What about those little basketball players from what they call themselves, the Thunder at Oklahoma City? Now, the first little bit of the ball game looked a little bit hard because the Spurs come out like little ants running 90 miles an hour right in their face. And then everybody got calmed down. The Spurs just controlled the game. Not the Spurs, the Thunder controlled the game the rest of the time. But it got very physical and a little heated. And Proverbs talked this morning about not to anger fast. A wise man does not anger fast. They think about what's going on. They don't do harsh things. They don't have wrath. They take a deep breath and consider the situations. All that common sense is in Proverbs. We didn't see a little of that last night. They got a little heated up there at the ball game. But there's a lot on the stake, but still, they kind of showed who they was a little bit last night. You know, your character shows up in the heat of battle usually. The people with great character, they stay composed when things go a little bit haywire. But character shows up in the heat of battle. Hey, I'm going to fix my drink this morning. Got my vegetables here. I call it my alfalfa, my hay. If you need any more information about the supplements, punch in HAY in the comments. I forget to tell you that sometimes. We got a gut stuff that I use on the horses. I take a snort of it every morning. Punch in gut if you want to know how to get it. We got a local distributor for it. If you need any panels, arenas, anything to do with horses, we can handle it. We showed a couple head horses yesterday. Kim Glenn's family and Doug did a great job helping Dr. Jill hold the horses while we were roping. I appreciate him. I hate holding the horses right there. It's just, you don't do anything. You got to do it. Dr. Jill's got to have some help. That's one job I hate because you're just standing there. But Doug filled in and did that. Roper wasn't quite used to the power we put him on yesterday. He's got an old solid bay horse that come through here 3 or 4 years ago. That's just unbelievable, solid and foolproof. And these horses yesterday, they listened to him. They could really run. He had them going left about as fast as he had them going down the pen. Old Bay's kind of got Roper kind of spoiled. So anyway, Ross got on them after he left, and we played with them just a little bit, and it didn't take long to get back situated, to give them a little help. We had a good day right here, kind of cruise after that. Lance Luttrell come from, lives down at Collinsville. Got a super nice calf horse that come out of here. Lance took about 7 or 8 months off. Horse got kind of crippled. Lance had some little cancer issues that he had to deal with. Praise God, he got through all that and got a clean bill of health on his cancer. So he's been roping about a month, so he's getting back in the swing of things. He was a lot sharper with his rope and got off a lot better yesterday. Made a couple good runs, so it's always fun to have Lance up here to go eat with and enjoy and see him again, and he's doing good and enjoying life. He's got a little different perspective about things. You know, when you have situations in your life that might be fatal, I think you look at things different. But Lance is a good Christian guy. I always enjoy when he comes up because he takes his time and does a good job. So after that, we rode a few. I had a few errands I had to go in town, pick up some stuff from the vet. Ross run some and Dina run some. So it was kind of a cruise day, and we didn't stay late last night. We got in the house decent, sat down a little bit like average people, and had a good time watching the ball games and keeping up with American. Jared, he was down there, so I called him after the American, checked on a couple deals. He roped at Coffeyville yesterday morning. There was more water in the arena than there was dirt. His horse stumbled out there, and I guess he lost his shoe, so he must have hit a shoe, so it caused Jared to kind of screw things up. But when a horse pulls a shoe off, it kind of throws you forward and gets you out of whack. Said Bodie Boggs made a nice run. Said most everybody missed in the mud. Most people don't want to catch in the mud. It ain't much fun to catch in the mud and get all muddy, but it pays money. And as wet as that arena is, it may stay pretty muddy all weekend because we got another good little shower here last night. So sometimes the arenas are the best when it's muddy and water standing in them because they're not so sticky. But you always got to do your best no matter what the conditions are in the arenas because you never know what might happen. Sometimes when the arenas are really bad, you think you don't have a chance, but you always got a chance. One time, Hunter, I remember at Lawton, he was up Saturday night, and there was water standing in the arena, and usually there's a water puddle right out there not too far in front of the roping box because the tractor always turns around right there and drags it out. But Lawton's got pretty good ground. They've hauled a bunch of sand in, and even if it's wet and rainy, you still got a chance. Hey, Rodney, how you and DL doing this morning? So Hunter, he draws a pretty nice calf on Saturday night, and it's wet. In fact, when I pushed his calf, it was raining. But he won first. He was 7. So, you never know about the conditions, and you always got to do your very best and put on the all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. There was a guy named Art Williams, old football coach. We was in the financial services under him a long time ago, and he basically took on the whole insurance agency because of buy term, invest the rest. But he had a saying in a book that said, all you can do is all you can do, but all you can do is enough. But you got to do all you can do, too. You can't just do half what you can do. But Art, I learned a lot from him because he was a coach. But he said you need to judge the heart of the people, not what comes out of their mouth, but what's in their heart. He said if you had a heart meter, you could hire the right people and the right people would do the job. So I always thought about that. It doesn't matter whether it's horses or dogs or people. It's all about the heart and how much try you got. There's old Matt Lane from Pennsylvania. I hadn't talked to him in a couple of days. He's up and at 'em this morning. But, we all do our best and we all try hard. And Ryan John, he said that in the Army, they tell you that you think you're at the end, but you got 50% less. I heard that from him last year, and I thought about that sometimes at the end of the day when I get a little tired and a little sore. There's always a little left in the tank. It ain't plumb empty. It might read empty, but it ain't plumb empty. So we got to keep going. Hey, I haven't talked about the collagen much. It does a lot for your skin. This morning there, I touched my wife's skin, and it is very soft. So women, get you on that collagen. It helps your fingernails, makes your hair grow, but it really makes your skin soft. I'm thinking about too many things this morning. I got to get back on track here. I get to thinking about roping and what I ought to be doing instead of what I am doing at the second sometimes. Sometimes my multitasking gets a little multiplied there. So, hey, and I take this trim fit, I put it in here to help my old weight, keep my old belly off. It does a good job and it tastes good. It makes my drink taste good. I kind of like drinks that taste good. I don't like things that taste bad. I got this collagen here. It's for the immune system. Throw a little of that in there. And I take the collagen in the pills, and I take the NAD, the peptides in the pills. So when I get my drink all mixed up after I get talking to y'all, I take my pills that I take. So everybody can do it different. You can mix the collagen in with the drink, or you can take the pills. And the pills are a little bit cheaper, but I started off the pills because that's what Kaylee had. So got another ball game tomorrow night. Got the American today. That'll be good watching down there. We've been down there a time or two. They do a great job producing that thing. It's a long afternoon, but they do a lot of stuff in between to keep it rolling. It's pretty amazing how much money they give away down there and the production they do down there to keep everything rolling, not just the roping. They do a heck of a job with production. So if any of y'all have a chance to go to American today, I bet you'll enjoy it. It's a good watching, good show. It'll be a lot of, we're kind of mostly ropers. So the roping will be really good, but all the events will be good. I mean, we enjoy all of them. We're more roping and barrel racing than they are riding. But when you see a good bronc ride or a good bull ride, you got to appreciate it because it ain't easy riding that stock that they have. Those bulls are unbelievable anymore, the way they've got them bred up, how quick they are and how athletic. I don't know how anybody rides them. Back in the day when old Freckles Brown lived here at Lawton, Oklahoma, we'd see people down there at the old sale barn buying them old bulls, and old Larry Kephart, they'd go out there and buck them and try them because he had a stock contracting deal right there close to where Freckles lived. They'd go out and buck them bulls and try them out. If they weren't any good, they'd take them back to the sale barn. But because of breeding and all the work they've done with AI, the bull deal is like any other thing. They have really, really improved it, and those things are unbelievable to ride. So I'm not a bull rider, but I see how those bulls buck and how smart they are. And it's amazing how some of those animals are so smart in the bucking deal, just like a roping horse or a dog. I was thinking about our little dog this morning. If you ever been here, she'll greet you. You might not want to know if you get out of the pickup. She won't bite you, but she might think you will because she gives you a big old barking welcome, everybody that shows up. Once you get out of the truck, she's going to lick you to death. But she's really, really smart, a lot smarter than we are sometimes. She's a lot of help. But in the mornings, I can do anything around the house, but when I sit down out there to put my shoes on, she'll be right there to go. I don't know how they have such a sense to know when it's time to leave the house and go to work. But I'll never have to say, let's go, or hey, where you at, dog, or Rain, where you at? When I sit down to put my shoes on, no matter where she's at, she'll be right there waiting on me. Now, she's a pretty persistent beggar, too. If I'm eating something, she'll be right there at my knee looking over my chair. Like, she won't be aggressive, but you can't hardly turn her down because she's just right there, like looking you right in the eye, like a little kid that wants to do something. It's pretty hard to tell them no when they're really persistent and they're proper about it. Well, that's how our little dog is about begging for food. She's proper but persistent. She'd made a great kid. She is like a kid. Hey, today we don't have a real busy schedule around here. We're going to do some stuff. We'll still ride quite a few horses. I don't think anybody's coming in. Everybody's kind of holidaying and got ropings to go to. One guy was going to come in. We got the horse out yesterday. He must have an abscess. We hadn't rode him about a month. But I'm going to have to doctor on him and see what's wrong on him. He's a real solid horse, Kaylee's horse, but he was a little too sore for him to come try, so I told him to put that off. So we got some people coming next week, so we'll ride them and try to get them in shape, and we'll have a good time around here with Ross and Dina. Everybody will be here today. So y'all get around, come see us, and have a blessed day, and have fun watching the Old American today. God bless.